what's about to happen here.
Down and get comfortable with the booty shaking llama and the chihuahua. Create me, remake me. Hi, I am interviewing my cousin here today, Mr. Laurier. He has an interesting life and I have a few questions for him. Who is your favorite cousin?
That would be Adrian. I'll take that e-transfer.
Yeah, okay.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah. Join my tribe and I can't afford a bride.
But in all seriousness, it would be all my cousins.
Stay humble and kind. This makes me happy. Anyways, who is Laurier?
Hello?
Hi, I'm sorry. This has just been kind of a nightmare for editing. You have been known for your hair and clothes over the years. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been doing my own hair and making my own clothes for a couple of decades now. It's a way that I express myself. I took bits and pieces out of other subcultures and kind of made my own style.
I was into punk rock at an early age. That's what I identify with, is punk rock culture and movement.
Your mom gave me this.
Just needs the mohawk, and then it would be the punk rock duck
Totally.
that you had painted in your washroom.
Totally. The punk duck. When I look at Laurier, this is what I see, because this is when I spent the most time with him growing up. Aw, what a cute kid.
I was raised by my mother, who was a single parent, open lesbian. She did really well, considering how much she had.
She was hardcore.
She was very hardcore.
We lost your mom at a young age to cancer. Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
She made this tape in the 90s. She's the only person in my family who ever recorded an album. It was in 1993 in Montreal.
So I have one of these at home as well. Snakes Ladders.
If anybody wants me to make a Lynn music playlist on YouTube, please comment below. Would you listen to that?
That would be awesome. She makes really, really good music.
This one she wrote for her son. Who's this guy?
That's me.
It's up to you now, son. Do what you can. One walk your direction. Be your own man. The green shade blows up. Family tree, what falls is fruit. And a lot of debris. And every million miles away, you help your friends walk through the fire. Through the fire. Build me a car. Is that what you say?
No.
You sure milk the ladies with that dazzling smile. Family tree, a basket or 2 or 3 or 8 or 9 or how about more? Who could ask for more? So for those who don't know Laurier, he has a lot of daughters. This is his business that I stay out of. We're not talking Bob Marley numbers here. And I know it's really all about love. Love, love, love. All you need is love. Our cousin Dave put up some of Lynn's music on YouTube. So I'll create a link in the description if you want to listen to some of the stuff she has. And subscribe, yeah. Or I'll send my thug after you.
I'm a good guy.
He's a good guy. With a good heart, son.
Let's hear some hand clapping that might help me.
One of the things that Lynn and I bonded over was music. She taught me that when you're lonely, music can keep you company. And insert Grandpa playing the keys right here. How we could harmonize, heart of mine. I have numerous songs that remind me of her, so I decided to make a Spotify list. I'll put a link in the description. Every time I hear Nancy Griffith, John Prine, a lot of music reminds me of her. I think about her every day. Do you think of her every day?
I think of her every day.
You were just checking if I was okay. And if I miss you, well, you know what they say. Just once in a very blue moon. Just once in a very blue moon. I am lucky enough to be learning guitar on Lynn's guitar. I even let Laurier play it. Do you see the bird? Birds, man. Focus. Focus on that fire. Focus. Focus on that fire. Focus on the fire. How long have you been sober?
93 or 94 days now. It's been a lifelong struggle. Yeah, celebrate good times.
Janice gave me that. This makes me happy.
I see you're happy.
I see you're happy.
That sure means
A lot. We're all addicted to cell phones and other things. Sometimes you need to get loud or annoying to be heard nowadays with our horrible attention spans. Squirrel! So she had to get loud and annoying every once in a while to get some attention. Just got a couple text messages to check.
I started a negative thought meeting riot. Put myself on a strict media diet.
Addictions. You gave up a phone for how long?
I gave up a phone for just about 3 months, and it was actually pretty eye-opening, and it changed my perspective on my moment-to-moment life. I seem to appreciate things a lot more now.
I don't think that I could give up a phone for 3 months. Because if you can give that up, you can give up anything.
There was definitely a withdrawal period.
Talk about the things that you've been addicted to.
My worst enemy is alcohol. I would not do a hard drug in my sober mind, but once I have alcohol on board, if something's available, I'll reach out, and I tend to do hard drugs if I'm inebriated, because it lowers my inhibition.
Are you drinking enough water?
Drinking roughly about 3 liters a day.
Do you want some water?
Sure.
Still or sparkling?
Sparkling.
Cucumber or orange? This was Grandpa's.
Possible. Grandpa's drinking cup.
This is what I'm addicted to.
Are we shotgunning?
Woo! Party! Woo!
Western family.
I love Save-On.
That is so good.
Drink water. I'm not trying to be an egg. It clears out all the toxins in your body.
It's really important.
You need to detox. And water helps with detox, right?
Can't tell, I'm so drunk. We got really good shots.
We did. How did rehab help you? They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no.
Well, I said yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about rehab. For me, rehab really helped me in a lot more ways than just putting down the drug or alcohol. It helped me realize a lot of my character defects. And I think anybody would really kind of benefit from going to a treatment facility. It's really eye-opening. It gives you a lot of insight.
I recommend 12-step meetings, even to people that don't drink or use drugs. You could apply the 12 steps to just your character defects, and if you truly work the steps, they'll work. They will truly work.
The 12 steps, those are life-changing. If you live the 12 steps on a daily basis, it will change your personality. It'll change what you think about life and other people. I think it's a miraculous program, and I think anyone could benefit from doing that.
Focus on the fire. Oh, I'm going back someday. And when the long day is done, then I'll sit with my son, and the fire will teach him to pray.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
I'm also really into weightlifting. It's really a pinnacle for my
Show
recovery.
people your muscles.
I barely have any. I do powerlifting, which is different than bodybuilding. Not a lot of people know about that. Weightlifting also is definitely the apex of why I'm clean and sober. If anybody's struggling with that, I highly recommend taking up some fitness. It's a lifesaver. It was for me.
Gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy.
I also committed myself to the gym and a fitness lifestyle. And the fitness lifestyle demands that you stay sober and you stay on the right path. So I don't want to jeopardize what I've gained in my fitness experience by going out and drinking again. And I found that very helpful.
And weightlifting has definitely helped you with your sobriety. How often do you go to the gym?
Oh, it's also really helped with my confidence and my self-esteem. And I go 5 to 7 days a week. I listen to my body. I don't have regimented rest days.
Do you have any weightlifting goals?
Currently, I would like to hold the master's title in powerlifting. I should explain. I do powerlifting. It's a combination of 3 lifts. the bench, deadlift, and squat. You get a total out of that. There's weight classes as well. In my weight class, when I turn 40 years old, I want to hold the Canadian record for the largest total ever performed. I went from living on the streets, living in abandoned buildings and hopping freight trains and that kind of a lifestyle, very nomadic with no real destination.
I was hopping freight trains and hitchhiking everywhere, living in parks, sometimes in the woods, abandoned buildings.
I left home at an early age. I lived on the streets.
Any advice for those who are struggling with addiction or living on the streets?
Well, if anybody's listening to this and you're struggling in those ways, I know how you feel. I know that you feel isolated. I know that you feel like it's over, like you're in a dead end. But you're really not alone, and that there is a lot of people. I want to assure you, there is millions of people that have turned their lives around. And you can do it too. You just got to reach out and start doing the next right thing for yourself. And be there for yourself, because you always have yourself.
What is it like in shelters?
Shelters are not something that I would recommend for anybody living on the street. It's very violent. The gangs kind of are the law around the shelter. There's a lot of mental health and addictions problems. A lot of people are very volatile. It's just not a safe place to go. I would recommend finding a safe neighborhood that's quiet and maybe sleeping behind a church.
Substance abuse, and there's mental health issues, and I think that's what's causing a lot of problems in the shelters we have today. A lot of the violence out there is caused by mental health and addiction and substance abuse.
I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly the gangs that fuel that violence.
You're a pretty good boozer, and you think I'm a loser. My very best wishes are for you.
We have another cousin who is recovering from addiction. This is Eric.
It's my little cousin.
Yeah. The other day I asked him, have you done something good for yourself today? Like something that made you feel good. We should do this on the daily. I like to feel good. Do you like to feel good?
Yeah, I think that's the human condition.
I went for coffee today and that made me feel good. And I said, that's awesome. I had a relaxing bath. Do something every day to improve yourself. And it could be something little, taking a bath or going for coffee.
It's true.
Eric, I want you to do good for yourself. What message would you give Eric?
Just keep on giving her, bro. I've seen you in places that I've been, and we're both recovering from that, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a miracle.
Mental health should not be on the back burner, and we have to take care of ourselves. Self-care is very important. It should be talked about openly, like on YouTube. If you have a brain, you have to exercise it just like a body.
It's very true.
Can I do a fairy card reading on you? Healing with the fairies. This helps me. We're gonna pull 3 cards, past, present, and best possible outcome. You just tell me when to stop. If a card jumps, I'll pull that out. Mentally ask the fairies a question. Think about nature. This card's jumping at me. Ooh, those are our cards. His past, family harmony. Inner power for his present. And body movement for his best possible outcome.
Well, this stuff's dead accurate and weird.
Put a link for another fairy card reading that I put on my channel. Dancing to music? What song reminds you of your mom the most?
It would have to be what she told me was her favorite song of all time. That Fast Car song by Tracy Chapman.
Dance. You dance, man. You shake your booty.
Don't dance.
You don't dance? Come on.
I don't feel like dancing, today.
Me, myself, I got nothing to prove.
Redance.
Yeah, dance.
I just wanna dance with you.
This will be the money shot. Do you remember the words? Let's sing it. When we're driving in your car, speed so fast, feel like I was drunk. What's your favorite song that she wrote?
I think that it was a song about self-image and self-esteem.
Whoever you are?
Whoever you are. That was it.
Oh, I am not pretty,
There it is.
neither am I thin. I could find 50 flaws above my chin. This summer I'll be 45. I don't live alone. The world looks right through you now, 'cause you're a ghost.
The body don't feel like home.
You don't feel like home. Whoever you are, sing it. Whoever you are. You can't sing?
Tried so
Hard to please everybody, no matter what I do.
There's always one more thing about me I need to change.
To be acceptable to you.
challenge people, and they challenge me. See, it's got nothing to do with you. Oh, it's all about me. Now I value kindness, and I care about my health, nurture creativity.
Blue. I'm blue. She liked the blue and the color of magpies. Her guitar was blue. Her cat was blue. Blue was kind of a theme for her, hey? Like the bird behind us. Would you say if you had to pick a color for your mom, it would be blue? It is. Oh, you want to go my sweater? What are some of the best memories you have of your mom?
Walking several miles to get frozen yogurt in Montreal. And going to the park to feed the ducks.
What is your favorite food?
My favorite
In general.
food is eggs and kale.
What was your mom's favorite thing to cook?
Would be stir fry. That's
Like
what
chow
she did.
mein? Chow mein? You hungry?
Yeah,
She
it
taught
was
me how to make this for
Exact
Laurier.
recipe. Yeah.
Your mom used to print a ton of pictures and hang them up on her wall.
Looks like a pile of pot.
Do you like that one? You can have that. I'm gonna be putting these on the inside of the bench.
Yum, dude.
My printer was running out of ink. What was your mom's favorite baking?
We did Christmas baking every
Yes.
year. Her favorite was probably baking meat pies.
Tourtière. Here is the recipe for meat pies. 1995, Bernice. Tender flake. That's Grandpa's writing. This was Grandpa's pen. I can't find my pen. Now I'm gonna change colors. Going to the Folk Fest. I used to go with Laurier to the Edmonton Folk Fest and we had a great time. Am I right?
Yes, except for that one time I was sitting on the top of the hill and an older kid came up. He handed me a Roman candle that was lit and he said, "Here, kid." I had no idea what was happening. And wasn't it you that grabbed it out of my hands?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, somebody came and saved my day.
Do you remember your mom taking old envelopes and writing notes on them?
Yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah.
See? But it's good to pause and write it down. You said that you wanted to start writing. You want to write your story in a book.
Yeah. Autobiography, because my life is just too strange to go without telling.
That's why we're having this interview today. Your words are powerful. And it helps to write them down because it's an outlet. And it feels good to get that out, right?
I should do that more.
You
I
should.
should actually
You should
work on the book
continue
that
to
I thought
write.
of, yeah.
Absolutely. And try and keep it positive. Try and focus on the positive. I know you've had a lot of dark times, but focus on the good instead of the bad. Whisper beep boop until you're not sad. I wrote a song called Pause and Write It Down. The first song I ever wrote.
You keep saying you got something for me.
So we're kind of known for re-gifting. Here's your Christmas socks. Christmas socks. Poop happens. Michelle gave me this. An ice cream bucket just in case you need to bring bananas on a trip from Montreal.
So on the way back from Montreal, my grandpa drove us the entire way. We lived on a steady diet of bananas.
He
from
also
an ice
used to
cream
keep
bucket.
cheese balls in ice cream buckets in his
we were
fridge.
on the road for 5 days eating bananas.
This was your mom's cleaning cloth. This was also hers. These were her rubber gloves. Febreze.
Ah, Febreze, one of my mom's favorite things.
I hope you clean with these items.
And I would come and clean your place, clean your room. She was probably my first cleaning client. She used to pay me to come and do your dishes and stuff.
I wouldn't do them, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Do you need a protein shake?
Yeah, right about now.
I also got a muffin here for you if you want.
The cream always rises to the top.
I got it from Chris. You don't actually have to take this stuff if you don't want it. This was your mom's Zeller's flyer.
Zeller's flyer? Is it from like 1996?
Totally. Our Three Sisters trip. That's in Rob. I have to give this to Renee. Lac Lannon 2001. I'll give it to you at Christmas. Oh, I thought it said cannabis.
A magnet.
From your mom? You're probably thinking I'm a crazy person. Your mom's 40th birthday at Lac Lannon?
Man, he loved that giant camera.
The dark brown shingles. The other one.
I have a better memory than you, I think.
Just go to punk shows here. There's the distillery back in
Huh, I got a mammogram there.
the day. The puppy. Love
Puppies!
that the puppy.
That's the bear.
Yeah.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all the way.
I edit out a lot of ums.
If you've never been to a meeting before and you hear somebody talking like that, like they've been there, done that, and it's really encouraging.
Absolutely. You've pulled yourself out of a deep, dark hole, and that needs to be acknowledged. That needs to be like what we need to admire. Keep climbing that mountain, and when you reach to the top, I want to hear about it.
Okay.
Yeah, all about positivity, and what helps us in dark times is to keep afloat and to not get that negativity in us, right? We should be spreading positivity, helping others out, right?